Hello, welcome back YouTube. This is Plugman's Pie, and it has been a long time. About, I'd say, 2 months since I even recorded this, so I don't know what's going to happen. I did do a quick skim through, so I do actually roughly know what happens. But, my main reason for doing this now is I'm going to have to explain to you guys why it's been so long. Now, originally, it was all due to my wireless adapter, and I'm getting a new one this Friday, or today, if that's when this comes out. And then I've had to start college, get into that, Rome 2 came out, and it's just a long list of stuff that's been going on. So I have got a lot to talk about with Rome 2. I've not done any recording of the Ikko Ikki campaign or the Oda Tokugawa, but I did have some Oda Tokugawa videos spare, but I've uploaded all of them now. And I have a short 6-minute video after this, but I may only have to do the 6 minutes in narration that I missed because I was stupid when I forgot to take out my mic. Well, I forgot to put in my microphone. And you can see I just vassalized Jinbo because I didn't want to have to really worry about that area. And the Megami slipped behind me, like I probably mentioned last video, but as I said, I don't remember anything. So my main plan at the moment is to take all the regions back from Megami that they took from me and face off that big army and trap it, kind of. That's all I got on my plan without ruining any of the big details, but let's go on to some interesting stuff. I mean, Rome 2 is out now, it's been out for 2 months. I've done 3/4 of a Roman campaign, nearly done it. I've done about 25 turns into a Seleucid campaign. Me and Matt tomorrow are probably going to start a Seleucid Egyptian campaign, I think it was, and that's going to be a test run, so unfortunately you won't see that. I don't know if I'm going to record any co-op campaigns with Matt because the game is massive. I mean, it's taken me forever just to get past the Roman campaign. I own nearly all of Europe, and the combats are a bit repetitive, but they are a lot of fun, such as the Legionnaires, War Dogs, but usually each faction only requires one tactic to make it through. Now, I believe Megami just then took down Etchism, which is my capital, and that got moved. So I was kind of annoyed about that, but it's something I can live with, and I believed it got moved to Wakasa. Now I'm going to talk more about Rome 2 because it is a phenomenal game. Aside from the bugs and glitches, just with CA especially giving out free stuff, it's compensating it for now with the patches that are coming out. I mean, well, at the time they must have hired monkeys for the AI because sometimes it is awful. You just have to use the same pattern, such as with the Seleucids, all you have to do is get pikemen and elephant and light cav, and you'll just literally own everything. But now back to Shogun 2, as soon as I am recording that at the moment. I'll probably get more into detail about Rome 2 in the next video, but the one thing I should hopefully be getting back on task with Shogun 2 soon, especially with my wireless adapter coming up. Ikko Ikki probably, because my computer's not exactly up to date at the moment, and Matt will be getting Battlefield 4, which I hope to get when I build my new computer, guys. Yes, I am building a new computer. I've decided on all the parts for it. All that I have to do now is get the money together, and hopefully the new computer will be built by January, and you can see. And I might, possibly, in January, start a Rome campaign with Matt, depending on who we're on at the time, because we have a list of campaigns which we want to do, such as Parthia Pontus, Seleucids, I think it was Egypt I said, and then the only random one we've got is Iceni Masagiti, which is from the new DLC, which is free for the first week, so you best go pick it up now, because they're on the opposite side of the world, but all the other factions are relatively close to each other. Now, as I said earlier, I have started college, so I'm going to be very busy at the moment, revising, going over various stuff, such as physics, chemistry. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it all, but hopefully I'll still fit in enough time to record, get videos up. Now, one of the things I am studying, surprisingly, is classical civilizations, which is quite relevant to Rome. Me and Matt are both studying that, and it is fun, but as I said, it is going to keep me down, and I'm going to have to work very hard at it, so fingers crossed I can still get a lot of videos done. Now, as you see here, I'm reclaiming all the rest lost territory to the Megami, because they did kind of come behind me with a massive army, and I've trapped them now between my regions, and all I have to do is hope that they attack me. Well, my large army, because as you can see I have a small army, which is the one that attacked around the back, and a large army which I just moved to Wakasa. Now, knowing the Shogun AI, and I'm pretty sure you can predict this, that they're going to attack my big army. I mean, Shogun AI was poor, but in some cases it's actually better than the Rome's. Especially, Rome is good, don't get me wrong, but the AI can do some stupid stuff sometimes, like just stand outside like a city that it could easily take, so you have to wait the full 40 minutes just so you win. That was a problem I never encountered on Shogun, even though it was kind of stupid on Shogun how all the enemy decided to climb the walls, but compared to Rome, Shogun's AI isn't as good in some aspects, but in others it is. I am going to be doing a lot of comparison with Rome to Shogun because I've not done that yet, and I've been playing a lot more Rome than Shogun, so it's fresh in my memory. Now, the variation units, I've realised a lot more now how similar all the factions for Shogun 2 is compared to Roman. I mean, a lot of people have been complaining about Rome, particularly with the newest DLC, because I've seen one or two comments where it's like, oh, I don't just want another Parthia campaign taxed tightly together with new looking units. To be honest, I think the new factions look pretty good. I mean, who doesn't want horses with massive horns on the head? But as you can see, loads of factions on here want peace treaties, because I am at war with about 6 different people, but I am going to take advantage of this, hopefully. And there we go, I think I just got, I can't remember who that is, I didn't see it in time, but I just got a new vassal there, and here's the Megami attacking me. Now, this is probably a big fight, and I believe it takes up the rest of the video. I'm just going through all the units here, like they have a long list of bows, but my bow running and just simply holding the fort will give me the superior advantage yet again. The one definite benefit of Rome 2 is the fact that the sieges aren't totally in the defenders' like advantage, because you don't just become pretty much invincible inside the city. Although it is annoying that if you wipe out a faction, like take all its cities, all its armies are still up, so they can just take any city they want. I mean, I understand if it was in close proximity to its home one, but if it's across the world, how is it still functioning? I mean, they've got no direct command. I mean, I would give up at that point. I'd go, no, I don't want to be a part now. I'm pretty sure nearly all the army would. Now, Rome 2 is a great game, but it's just lacking so many aspects, and they are working to fix it, but hopefully it will turn out to be a better game than it was when it was brought out in the end. Now, I'm going to talk about this fight. Like, the usual tactics I'm employing is grouping large amounts of warriors together, not having anyone on the wall so I can easily position them at the beginning of the fight, having my general there to be able to easily supply, and then instantly pausing, as you saw, and checking out the units and deploying my army where they're best needed. And this seems as new to me as it does to you, to be honest, because it has been 2-3 months to my shame since I played this, and when I play my next video I'm not going to have a clue what I was doing or what position I was in. And it's going to be the same for the Oda Tokugawa campaign, but hopefully I can make it work. If not, Oh well, it was kind of my fault. As you can see, I'm deploying all my archers on the wall against the side I think that had the least archers. As you probably noticed as well during this video, it's been stopping and starting. That's because during it, people were coming home and I didn't know when it was, and I kept hearing them for some reason. So yeah, like it's about to stop again in a second. I can see that. I've got all the video segments and I had to piece this together manually. Now I'm doing the usual thing where I put one unit on the outside to combat them. The garrison units on Rome is a great idea how they've adjusted it. Rather than just having it like based on your buildings kind of, and having like a small unit, you get like pretty much 7 units from like a level 2 building. They're not great unless you're Rome, because you get a legionnaire and they are pretty overpowered in the entire game, but sometimes you can hold down the place with them, and it's quite useful for when it's just more than one unit coming to attack you, which obviously isn't the case here because there's a lot of them. Now I don't remember anything of this campaign at this point, but I have, like I said before, skimmed through this battle and I know what happened, what's coming up, and I believe there's only a few minutes left of it. But well, this video, not the battle. Well, it ends on the battle. But I do win this. Obviously, I've got the city, and I'm pretty sure you're used to the battles now. They're the same, and the same goes for Rome. You just got to employ the same tactics. But hopefully, I might try and get some one-on-one custom battles with Matt. But we have a lot to do. We have to continue this Oda Tokugawa campaign. The Empire multiplayer beta keys have been given out again, so we hope to get a bit of Empire multiplayer done, choosing our factions, stuff like that, and we still have Rome 2. So as you can tell, our plate is very full with things to do, and hopefully I can actually get a lot of videos from it for you to watch in the future. I think we've got more other stuff to do. Like I said, the Empire, I'm trying to go through all the things. I am hoping to get some more games, and with this new computer that I'm building, hopefully I'll be able to release more videos for you that are beyond the aspects of just Total War and Mount and Blade. Variations of games. I might even get a couple of other people in who you haven't met yet, but they all used to be a part of another YouTube video, including Matt, long before I had a computer, when I relied on my Xbox. But I don't know if they'll join or if they'll want to. But one of the possibilities of games we can play is, let me just find it, I think it is either Civ 5 or Borderlands 2. Yeah, here it is on my desktop. So you might be able to see that in the future. You might not. I don't know why this is paused. Oh no, 1 second. For some reason my video stopped playing then, so I'm best not leaving the screen again. But yeah, like I was saying, you might get some more videos of Borderlands 2 and XCOM. Oh no, I said Civ 5, possibly some XCOM, but there's not a lot we can really do with that. There's only 3 of us that own it, I believe, and one of them doesn't come on computer much anymore, and I'm not that bothered, to be honest. But as you can see, the usual things going on in the Megami battle, so I'm not really focusing on that. Now, hopefully with the Christmas sale coming out as well, I'll be able to get some more games, convince the others to get a few, and with the new computer, record even more variety games with other friends. If you've got any recommendations that you want me to play, I have a link to my Steam account on my Abouts page and Matt, so just send me a message, a link to a page, anything, and I'll check it out and see if I'll get it. Just as long as it's not Democracy 3, which doesn't look all that interesting. If you've seen that advertised, you'll understand why. To be honest, I think you'd be able to tell from the name anyway. Now, there's not long left on this video, there's only 5 minutes, and I'd know that because I just took a slight break. But I did have to cut this video short because my computer started lagging and I don't know why that happened. But as you can see, I'm moving a lot of my forces here to focus on the side with lots of archers, while the other side is just full of men climbing the walls, so it was easily defeatable. Now, I don't remember what... oh yeah, I think I was talking about people recommending games to me. I'll take any recommendation, I'll have a look at it and check out some videos of it. If it's not out yet, then I'll look at trailers, stuff like that. I mean, there is one game that's caught my eye, and that's Dying Light. It seems interesting. It's made by the same people who made the original Dead Island, which I thought was a great game on Xbox, but apparently was buggy on PC, especially for co-op. So Dying Light kind of like Dead Island, but a bit free running in there with Mirror's Edge, which I do own, but I've only ever played like 10 minutes of it because I got severely bored immediately because there wasn't exactly that much variation in it. But that was Mirror's Edge. Now, I don't know if there's anything you do want to watch. Like I said, just give me a recommendation, but I have got a couple of ideas for future games, stuff I'm going to keep hidden at the moment, to say, well, per se. I'm going to try and get the other lads to join, and if they do, great. If they don't, oh well, I'll just find some other people or do it solo. So from that you should be able to tell it is a co-op game, but possible solo. Now, Shogun 2, I don't know when I'm going to get the rest of these episodes recorded. I mean, I'm so busy, and Rome 2 is so addictive, to be honest. But and we got Matt to worry about as well if he has any plans, stuff like that. So we've got to try and fit it all in at once. But I'm definitely going to try and get this finished by probably either end of November, end of the year, definitely. I don't want to be any longer than that because it has been drawn out quite long. Now, as you can see here on the actual game, I'm deploying my my spear units, not my Naginata warrior monks, to combat their general, and because the cavalry units, and as we all know, cavalry gets destroyed by spears, while at the other side the enemies are trying to get in through the gates, but I'm holding them pretty still. Now, I don't know what else I've got to say really. I would just leave you to the video, but sorry about that. But as you can see, there's not any volume on still, and there's another 6 minutes of that, and I don't have a clue what I'm going to say through that. Probably just talk about Rome, but I'll just pretty much run you through the rest of this video now, like I would have done like I did. So as you can see, they're trying to flank around the side. So I'm going to deploy men around the wall and try and get into a formation to prevent them from flanking around the sides, particularly with my Yari Ashigaru, I believe it is, focusing on their cav. I don't want to turn my Yari Ashigaru away from that. Most of these units here have been destroyed and pushed them back a lot. The morale of their units has been severely depleted, and I think it's about to lag in a second, and I don't remember what happened through the fight. All that I know is I win. As you can see, they recovered a lot over there. So a lot of this did come to them having a larger force, so I had to keep them constantly with their morale down, but it was them attacking me, getting the morale back, and then me re-attacking them. And as you can see there's the Naginata warrior monks I was referring to earlier. I'm sending them against the cav because it's an anti-cav unit, and Naginata warrior monks are probably some of the best units in the game. Now, this is where it gets laggy. As you can see, I think that was it. Well, in a second anyway, you'll notice it with all these guys against the wall there, with the men like jumping about. Now, I cut the video short here, and I think I'll finish when this gets cut, and you'll just see the screen with my results. So, this is Bogman's Pie, everyone, and I'm back.